Still June 7th, 2022. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Talk to you a little bit about the prepping myth, the prepper myth. What do I mean by that? The myth is that you've got to have everything that you see everybody trying to tell you you need. You need 4 simple things. You need food, shelter, water, protection. You need a way to filter water, you need a way to cook water, or cook food. Guys, that's all you need really at the end of the day. And you're going to have people that, some people need electrical devices as far as for their health reasons. You know, if that's something you need, get it. But at the end of the day, you don't have to have electricity to survive. We've become so soft in our nowadays that, you know, like right now I'm sitting in front of an air conditioner. It's good and cool, you know. But think back to, if you're my age or older, your grandparents, they lived without this kind of stuff, you know. You don't have to have all the modern necessities to survive, or as some channels say, to thrive, you know. That's something we've come a long ways from, is knowing how to survive in America. You know, we're so used to something, we want it right now, we get it now, you know. We don't like waiting on stuff. If we're hot, we turn a dial. If we want a light on, we flip a switch, you know. Now, I made a video before about this, how, you know, you may not want to have a big solar system going and everybody, you know, you're making yourself a target. But I understand if you're wanting that. The reason I'm bringing this up, I've had people ask me, you know, they're telling me, I made a video earlier today that says prep and burnout. You know, they're worried because they don't have everything that all these channels are telling you need, as far as, you know, solar generators, house generators, solar systems, you know, or this new thing, you know, the air conditioning unit, I think it's called an EcoFlow and things like that. They're worried that they're not going to be able to survive without that. And I tell them the same thing I just said when I started this video: food, shelter, water, and protection. A way to cook the food and a way to filter the water. That's what you need. At the end of the day, that's all you need. But we've become so honestly soft in today's society that, you know, we don't like having to live without a TV or live without, you know, air conditioning or something like that. You know, they're telling us we're going to have rolling blackouts this summer. We're going to have a lot of people, you know, if this happens, they're not going to have air conditioning. They're going to be hot. And the way, you know, cities are built nowadays, it's probably miserable in them buildings in the city where you can't really open your windows and let air, you know, flow through and everything. But at the end of the day, in an SHTF event, if you need electricity because you have a medical condition that requires you to have something that runs on electricity, then yes, you need it. But other than that, no, you don't need it. Do I have a solar system? Yes. But mine, I've told you, it's for charging communication devices and things like that. It's not so, you know, I can run an air conditioner or my refrigerator. You know, I understand a lot of people have got a lot of food in freezers. Now, you will need some way, some type of generator to keep that food fresh if you're not going to can it. You know, I recommend learning how to can it. You know, get your stuff out of the freezer and can it in jars. You know, that way you're not dependent on an electrical device to keep your food for you. You know, we've come a long ways. You know, people don't have salt boxes no more. They don't have smoke houses. You know, Lord forbid, you know, if you have to build you an outhouse or something like that nowadays, some people would just, you know, go completely crazy over having to use something like that. But guys, the myth that I'm trying to tell y'all, that sit down, figure out how you want to be in an SHTF event. If you want to be able to turn a light switch on, or you want to be able to flip an air conditioner on, and you want it completely the way it is now, then yes, get you a solar system. I'm going to tell you, it's going to cost you a lot of money. You know, and also if you're buying generators, you know, make sure you're getting the size for what you need. You know, don't go on the price because this one's cheaper. It may not have enough, you know, watts or amps to pull what you need. You know, guys, sit down, figure out how you want to be in an SHTF event, and if you want all the modern necessities, start working towards it. You know, start getting stuff where you can keep that going. I've told you, it's never going to be cheaper than it is today. It's not going to be cheaper, you know, in the fall or the winter. So if you need that type of stuff, or you're wanting that type of stuff, go get it. But at the end of the day, you don't need that stuff. You need food, shelter, water, and protection. You need a way to cook your food. You need a water purification system. That's what you need. Think back to the old timers, you know. They didn't have all the modern necessities, and they done pretty good, you know. our world's going to crap, and y'all know it, y'all see it. Our country's falling down a hole, and I don't see no way getting back out of it. I really don't. This election's not going to fix it. The presidential election's not going to fix it in 2 years. Nothing is going to turn this around on a dime. We're going to go through some hard times, and more than likely we're going to see things close to what our grandparents saw. Maybe not as bad, maybe worse. We don't know. Because you got to think, they were our grandparents. That when I say anybody over 40, our grandparents lived. Power and stuff was not a necessity. That's something that just come along, and when they got financially able to get it, they got it. Telephones, same way. Things like that. We've come so used to sitting back and saying, I want this, I want that, and getting it. Our grandparents, they come up without all that stuff. Their idea of a vacation was, going down the road and seeing a friend or a family member that lived a couple miles down the road. But look how our society is now. It's a me society. It's a selfish society. It's just the way things are, and the United States is falling apart. Anybody that says it's not does not realize what's going on. And I hope that you wake up soon, and I hope you get to prepping. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like or dislike the video. It doesn't matter to me. Comment below what your thoughts are on this. Do you think that we've come so far as a society that we can't revert back if SHTF does happen and everything's gone, that we can't survive it? I think a lot of us out there can, but there's going to be a lot that can't, because they're too, what's the right word? They're too soft nowadays. I guess it's the right word. But guys, subscribe to the channel. If you go out in public, keep your head on a swivel. Always be aware of your surroundings, because you're not safe anywhere in America anymore. Get out there and get prepped up. Stay safe though when you're doing it. Always be aware of your surroundings and who's around you. Be safe out there.